Okay, but this is still your hangout. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night. This is Living World of Darkness, Mage and Changeling Edition. Uh, John Smith, Mage of the Cult of Ecstasy, and your character, even though you're using a lo-fi camera, I can't see your character's name, is heading
Oh,
towards the Pegu Club over in New York. Information is in the description below. The characters are currently entering the venue unless otherwise specified. John Smith enters the area, goes to the bar, and orders a sonic screwdriver, a glowing blue drink.
that is awesome. All right, so Kigoma will also enter this bar. Um, he has a particular ability that allows him to often find himself in interesting situations. So just experimenting with his new Fey soul and the abilities that it's granted him, he's just wandering around the city. He finds himself at this bar. Looks like a great place to drink, relax a little bit. He has had a very interesting week, so he's going to proverbially let his hair down. So he proceeds up to the bar, orders a drink. He has heard that this place has a great club cocktail, so that's what he orders.
And of course, you've seen from the photos in the description, the place is very fancy, very ornate. Um, the people who are there are striving to an unwritten dress code. Everyone there is at least in business attire or higher.
Okay.
Even John Smith is in his normal suit.
Okay.
Okay. My
Great.
character orders coconut shrimp and starts eating it.
That looks amazing. Um,
It is. Do you want some?
uh, well, I think I'll order my own, but thanks for the offer. um, you kind of sit next to this interesting character at the bar. I'll have another. I'll have what he has. That looks great.
And you also get some holiday coconut shrimp.
Yoba isn't Yoba isn't quite as dressed up as everyone else, but he does make it look good. Whatever he has like gray slacks on, black button-up shirt, rolled up, displays some tattoos on his right arm. Has dreads, but they're neatly kept and they're all bundled in the back of his head. Um, he just sits and waits for his meal while the bartender is preparing his drink.
I'm sorry, I cut none of that. Like,
That's all right.
so something about the bartender. He prepares you a drink, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I
Uh,
was going out on a limb there. Thank God.
gray slack, gray slacks, black shirt. He bellies up to the bar while the bartender prepares his drink and he waits for his meal.
Takes like 5 minutes. Comes
So,
in
come here often?
sporadically. Um, I kind of go wherever. Like, I've been in the city for a while, so I just go wherever the wind takes me.
Man after my own heart. I feel the same way.
Oh,
only way that you could. This is the only way I feel like I can end up in places where I don't know where I'm needed almost. Seems like it's always work. It always works out that way. Like there's some kind of divine providence, you know.
I'm okay with this.
Are you okay with this because it's my concept and my reality, or are you okay with the entire idea of divine providence?
Either way, I don't judge.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
So, I'm John Smith.
John Kagoma. Sorry, Burma manners. Kagoma, nice to meet you. Like offer you his hand.
So, you're a native, or you just got here?
Just got here. I've lived here twice formerly in my lifetime, but I'm just moving back here. Yeah.
I know the feeling.
Before when I was younger, then I went to school here. Yep.
So, Manhattanite, Brooklynite, Queens boy.
I'm a Manhattan, I guess.
Well then, you definitely know the area then.
Well, so are you? You said you were native?
Yeah,
Okay.
Queens mostly, but I venture into Brooklyn when I feel like it.
Sure. Whole life?
Oh, no. But a very long time nonetheless.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. Yeah. Love this place.
So,
So,
what do you...
have you known about this place for long? This is new to my radar.
I don't know, I've known it only a couple of years.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So, anything I should look out for or try next time I come here?
Oh... How do you feel about... This does sound a little weird, but hear me out.
Okay.
Crispy squid.
Really?
Really.
You were right. You're right. That does sound a little weird.
It comes on a bit of a small plate, but there's a little of like spicy tomato ollie, and like the flavor has a bit of a kick. But
Okay.
when it's good, it's good. And like there's this Gin Mule that just complements it perfectly. If you don't drink them together with that meal, though, you will have an aftertaste. Like
Ooh.
hell for either of them. Just a heads up. They kind of cancel each other out while you're having them.
All right. Crispy squid. Might have to try that.
I was just about to order it.
Feeling adventurous. Might have to be a plan. I'll go on halvesies with you.
There you go.
Unless you're rich. I mean, if you're rich, I would hate to impose my bank account on your richness.
Oh, no. If I was rich, I would have this at my house.
Good point. Good point.
Right?
Why leave?
Mm-hmm.
Good point.
So what do you do, anyhow? Speaking of being rich.
Well, this is counterintuitive.
Mhm.
It may sound boring, but it's an awesome job.
Okay.
I work the market. So stocks.
Oh, dear God. There's just a bunch of screaming in the background. I don't know what's happening. So you worked for Marco
Thought that was
Polo?
No. I thought that was your reaction to him saying he worked on stocks and bonds.
Oh,
Thought,
stocks and
oh
bonds.
dear God.
No.
Okay. Oh dear God.
Yeah. But still, yes. Oh dear God. So you've had quite an adventurous few years, haven't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. But what about you? What about you?
Oh, actually, I'm a microbiologist.
What?
Yeah.
Not a job that you hear every day. Microbiologist.
Yep. I work with Rewarding Freedoms Pharmaceutical. It's like a co-division of Pfizer.
All right.
We basically test out new concepts and theories with pills. Is this an antibiotic? Will this make you sweat? Does this cause excessive drooling? Can this be used as an antidepressant? Is it Zoloft?
All right. Sounds interesting. We need our pills.
That's what we keep telling people. Bubble hasn't burst. I think you can appreciate that. The bubble has not burst. Knock
Just
on
for
wood.
us. Oh, but it's coming. It's so coming. Sail, sail, sail.
Well, get your money out of antibiotics because that is going to tank in the next 10 years.
Hey, hey,
Because
hey,
we
whoa,
have
whoa.
got nothing for nothing.
This is like insider trading. Are you trying to get me arrested?
Nope. But if there's less money in something that stops working, we can do something else.
Yes, yes. I can appreciate that.
It's like having a
As a mover
gas-powered
of
solar
money.
cell. It's just not a good thing to put your money into, and it would be better if people didn't. There are easier ways to do it.
Yeah, I can appreciate that kind of logic. Totally. Totally. So pharmaceuticals, really? Is that
Yep.
lucrative? All right.
It does pay. Um, if you know what you're doing, you are essentially on the forefront of the human body because you need to know how things react in order to start in the industry.
Right.
If you have just a doctorate, it's so cute. I think you could be the janitor there.
Yikes. Yikes. That's a high bar. Very high bar.
Yeah.
Whereas we just try and bend monetary constraints as far as enough without them breaking.
We try to do the exact same thing with chemicals.
Very good.
Can we
Very
still
good.
use this covalent bond without causing cancer?
He will rise his glass in a salute to testing the limits.
Clinks his
Cling,
glass
cling.
with you. So, I'm sure you have your fair share of horror stories.
Horror stories. Ah. All right. Which ones can I tell you without going to prison? Um, there's one about Martha Stewart, but I'm going to have to wait about 2 more years before I can tell that.
It brings me no small delight to know that she's an ex-con and Snoop Dogg has a completely clean record, and I
You,
think that is the most beautiful thing in the world.
you and me
It,
both.
it brings me
You
no
and me
small
both.
joy. It brings me all of the joy, and it just washes over my face.
Uh, man, horror
Like I'm in a
stories,
Bath
horror
and Body
stories.
Works commercial, just
Was that Calgon? What was happening there?
oh,
I
just
lost
like
the visual.
splashing slow motion water onto my face. It just washes over my face, just like
I- Good Lord, what are we even talking about right now? I think I'm going to need at least two more of these. He gestures to the bartender.
we can do that. We have the technology.
Thank God. Thank God. Nothing's coming to mind. Horrors. What about you? You have any horror stories about uh, any chemicals that may have been mismatched?
Okay. One of the reasons why we're a little bit more stringent nowadays, we had an
Maybe
intern.
some break.
Had.
Okay.
Remember that part of the story. So
Past tense. Got it.
he decided to try to make a different kind of life, one that had a rapid breed growth with a long lifespan for a
Ew.
microbe. For a microbe. Um, the problem was is that it was oxygen dependent in a sealed clean room.
Hmm.
The vacuum that he made by having that just keep growing, we could not use the lab for at least 2 weeks.
Yikes.
It was hilarious. Have you ever just taken a bag, twisted it around, and just that was the exact sound when there was complete oxygen deficiency in the room. It was like the
Wow.
pop of Tupperware.
Yikes. Yeah.
Completely
Thusly,
non-lethal, no threat to the public whatsoever, but a complete idiotic thing to do.
that was definitely oversight.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Worst month of my life. No pay whatsoever for it.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
not fun.
That's where our standards just skyrocketed.
Oh, goodness.
We did what this fiscal quarter? Oh, hell no. Get all that out of here. No college credits here. Keep moving.
Was that the intern?
Yep.
We're done here.
Yeah. We
Good
do
day,
not
sir.
accept interns whatsoever anymore. We only have complete and utter full time staff. Salary only, no hours
So-
for anyone.
sounds reasonable. To prevent a snafu like that again.
Yep.
Sounds totally reasonable.
Our janitor has full hazmat training.
Wow. Well, it
Yes.
makes sense. Makes sense.
But it's hilarious because he is more qualified to be there than any college professor you could find on the campuses around here.
Wow.
No small joy.
Wow. So what does a typical day look like? What if is there is there like things that you have to like work on, or how does
Well,
how,
I have
do
to
you
do
get a
a
memo
lot.
from the president saying solve cancer problems now? I don't, how does
Oh
that?
no. If you solve something, money goes right out the window. Um,
Oh
In
yeah.
vaccinations right now, there is no money in that. Everybody is screaming like, "Oh my God, the vaccinations, the mercury, it causes retardation, it causes all." No, it's cheap, it's efficient, it's effective, and it has almost little to no risk to anyone whatsoever. And almost no profit is made from it at all. In fact, most of the time you're losing money on every level. The thing that makes money gets rid of symptoms. Not exactly a cure, not exactly causing the patient any harm, but they are required to continuously take it. There is a reason why Advil keeps on coming back, even though everyone knows they can take a Motrin for like 1 or 2 for the entire day.
Right.
The psychological feeling of, oh, I'm going to take this Advil, I'm going to feel better, they get their placebo effect. You don't get that by taking 2 pills in the middle of the morning.
That is really psychological.
You have to be. Like, it's a business now. Do you know how many girls they have running over to each and every doctor's office as a farm rep going, hey, have you tried this drug? Do you want to give this to your patients? Do you want a Frisbee? Do you want a pen? Do you want a notepad? There's a reason for that.
On a yacht and a trip to Bermuda?
Depending on what their patients are, yeah.
Wow.
Well, you're dealing with like movie millionaires, some of them billionaires. Um, yes, you will buy a yacht for their doctor because that doctor will remember they have a yacht, they don't have a boat. They will never let anyone forget it.
Man, here I am working like a schmuck.
Oh yeah, you guys get all the blame. It's perfect for us. Whatever you guys want to do, you keep on doing it. We need
Bastards.
you.
Always wonder why that lobbying committee was so big. Damn pharmaceuticals.
They are organized. I just do my job. And my job entails finding new ways to make people happy.
Fair enough.
It's not bacon. It's not going to kill you. It's not cigarettes. It's not going to kill you. It's not liquor. It doesn't want to kill you. Do you want to feel better? Then take these in these amounts, and you'll be fine. If you do anything other than that,
It's on you.
yeah,
It's on you.
people can drown in a bowl of water.
Technically.
You lay down flat in there and you wait. You will drown. If you drink the bowl of water, you will live for maybe 2-3 days without having any complications too much. So long as you want to eat food, you might be able to live longer. But not everyone follows the directions.
As people are kind of prone to do or not do.
Yeah.
Because everyone knows better.
You want to make somebody do something? Tell them not to do it.
Works for me every time. Hey, do not take care of my tab. I got it. Do not.
Good luck, sir. I appreciate your attempt.
I had to try. I can't blame a guy for trying. Come on. Sounded like a good idea at the time. Had to give it a shot.
I have had a few of those problems.
Good idea at the time.
Mm-hmm. What if we tried a balm and a pill that, if combined together, would increase bone density? Oh shit, that's right. Tendons. So much for those mice.
Oh, come on, don't tell me that. Poor mice.
Hey, it didn't get up to human trials. It was the first test.
Okay. At least it wasn't on like a primate or something.
No. They were lab rats.
Why are lab rats used in so many experiments?
Because using humans for initial tests
Sure.
definitely cause people to die.
But rats out of everything, are they closely related to genetically humans?
Well, not that much, but you have to remember, if you want to get like a pig or a primate involved, that's a hell of a lot more paperwork.
Okay,
Do you
fair
want to
enough.
try an exam this month, or do you want to try an exam this year?
Okay, yeah, got it. Makes sense.
Because I'd rather spend the $100 on the rat and go, wow, that heart medication really isn't very useful, but it is a boner pill. That's perfectly fine, rat. Having to figure that out with a primate is just another problem you don't really want to deal with. But, the subject is extremely aggressive. I really don't want to try to figure this out. Not above my pay grade, but oh dear God, I don't want to do this.
Man.
Also, human test subjects lie. They lie. I had to prove this one time. And no one was happy by the end of the day. 3-month test. Everyone given nothing but placebos. Different styles, shapes.
Okay.
All of them said they had some effect. None of them had any consistency. And they swore up and down that there was some effect they were having.
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah. Sugar pills, all we blood tested them for was to see if they were diabetic. If they were diabetic, removed from the exam.
Well, that is really interesting.
Yeah.
The power of the human mind.
Yeah, people love to believe a lie. It's sort of a hobby.
The PR section of my brain just turned on. I'm like,
I'm listening. If you think you can turn that into money, I am totally listening.
I'm chewing it up in my head. I'm gonna have to let it digest before I can spit out something that's worthwhile.
But we take any suggestions given by patients with a grain of salt nowadays.
Sure.
I think the dumbest one we had was someone who was telling us a star, which they didn't have when we were handing these things out every day, was gone because of the balm that we were applying to them, which was suntan lotion.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. That's gone. All right.
There is no way that happens. And you know it. What are you doing? Sometimes I swear, just people are being messed in the head without their knowledge.
Well, that can be accurate. That can be very true.
Somebody just going around and slipping them tabs of acid without their consent.
I will want in on that experiment. That will be one you
Oh,
can
they
sign
already
me
did
up
that.
for.
They already did that
Those are
decades ago, and I had nothing to do with that.
the 70s. Man.
Completely unethical. No, no way, no how. Dear God, no.
Ah, screw ethics. It would have been fun.
Not when you don't know it's happening.
Really?
Yeah,
That
they
would make
did
it
not
more
tell
fun.
them. They did not tell them. Uh, I think the worst one they did is that they did it to a single housewife. Um, put it specifically in her water system. She was single, she lived alone, and she wholeheartedly believed that she was going crazy. Committed
I would do
herself,
that.
suspended the test because can't examine the subject because she's currently in the psychiatric ward.
I will do it.
I have no idea why the hell anyone would do that. Just a giant waste of time for everyone around.
Well, typically
Acid could
don't
be a truth serum, or, they could just be tripping balls.
don't scientists typically need controlled environments?
Yeah, that wasn't exactly a scientific test. That was more of a government test. There is a difference.
Yeah, not exactly scientific, right?
No. It was a government test, though.
Right. Damn government monkeys. Can I buy you another round?
Sure thing.
All right.
I got the next one.
All right. We'll just work up to the tab then. We'll just work up to it. All right. Don't have to say yes now.
How about I say no later?
Taking the fun out of it. That's fine. Like all my rejection up front.
Yeah, I'm going to try Prime Sight on you. Just sight.
Well,
Just sight. Yeah.
that would probably look very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Because he definitely has some. He has some. Yeah, quintessence and glamour is kind of like the same thing, isn't it?
We'll call it glamour, because that's what it is.
Yeah,
I know my fair
okay,
share of
fair
changelings.
Yeah.
Like the 12th one I've met.
There's a lot of it.
Perfect.
Has a lot of it.
So, we're going to go into a private room and tell some inappropriate jokes for the workplace.
Well, hell, can't say no to that. Inappropriate jokes are my favorite.
Exactly. I grab
You will grab
tip
drink.
the bartender and head over to a private room.
We'll grab the drink, leave the shrimp. He has his priorities in order. Booze.
As God intended.
Yes. Hop on your heels, huh?
Okay. So I make a motion over to the waitress for bottle service, and I tip her and cover the bill. Because you didn't.
I was getting around to that.
Didn't want to take any chances. I'm not
Well
getting
played,
arrested
sir.
for stiffing a bill. No, sir. I'm not special. I'm average.
well, well played.
Mhm. So I start pouring out 2 drinks for the two of us. Take on over a seat, and I say, "So, how long have you been a dreamer?"
All my life, I'd say.
Because I'll tell you this much: I'm sure as hell no sleeper.
Ah, you mean dreamer with a capital D?
Oh yeah.
Ah, are you? Nope. Kind of looks at you for a moment. Yeah.
I'm that
mm,
John Smith. Maybe
You're
you've heard
not
of
one
me.
of our kind. Wait. You're not one of our kind, but I heard that name before. Do
I'm
you
pretty damn
know?
close to one of your kind. Not quite there, but I'm pretty damn close.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I
I
heard that name
understand your
several times.
confusion. Yeah.
That guy. Apparently, you get around.
Yes. I've tried to meet the other Harry Potters, but there's not that many of them running about. They're kind of
Okay.
hidden. So I
Okay.
had to branch out.
I hear when too many of your kind get together that you cause havoc anyway, so maybe it's for the best.
Surprisingly, no.
Surprisingly, no. All right.
Yep. We're the people that definitely fits things. Just everyone
Well,
thinks we're a wasted idiot, which is completely fine.
I like fixing things. I like people who fix things. 'Cause I typically break things, but it's normally accidentally, so I can't be held accountable for that.
Right. So, ever
So,
hear of
like, you're
Call?
like the unofficial changeling envoy of the Harry Potter.
I am pretty much the closest that a mage is going to get to a changeling. Because damn well sure I have not met all the mages here, but damn well sure I've met most of the changelings here. I have been enchanted almost every day I've been here for the past 8 months. People just like doing it. Um,
Fair enough. When have you ever been invited to one of the courts?
no, I haven't been invited recently.
Okay, we have to make that happen.
If you say so.
It's has to be seen. Has to be seen.
Has my name at least turned up at court?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Good things or bad things?
It was more of a inferred thing. It was kind of like an inside joke, so it wasn't appropriate for me to ask like what the hell.
Hmm.
So I have heard your name before though.
All right. How about you? How are you for a
Um,
dreamer? Are you considered big Gadonza, or are you just like another one on the totem pole?
I'm way at the bottom of the totem pole. I am,
Are you enjoying it?
of course.
Okay. Better than I can say for a lot of people.
The other ones are just there for show.
Everyone loves a good show. Some people like
Yes,
the show.
yes. They want to walk around with big targets on their chests. Let them.
Now that's a few horror stories I can tell.
Uh oh. targets. What? How does that prompt a story?
Some people love running around going, I'm the most magical thing that ever happened. I'm the sparkliest vampire. Everybody look at me. I'm a demon snail that's made out of changelings. Behold my unfathomable power. I am the Paradox Monkey. It's just like, dude. What are you? I'm a werewolf! No. No, either you're Team Edward or you're Team Bella. You can't be. You just can't be Team Bill Nye. It doesn't work that way. That's not one of the options.
Well, you tell the werewolf that. I've met one of those, and those bastards are scary.
No. There are some people that just they need to be like all powerful, all important, all encompassing, all, blah, 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 blah.
Well said. Well said.
Yeah, because it's not all about you, man. And there is always a bigger fish. There is no reason to find out who the bigger fish is in the worst way possible, standing in a hammock.
Kagoma looks back at the bartender. He's like, he's in jest, doing like the motion that you're cut off.
Oh, you're worried about that?
No, it's a joke. He's doing it in jest. He's doing it in
We're in a
jest.
private room. No one can see us, man.
Ah, crap.
Yeah. Unless you want to like open the door, walk over to him, and like go. Which may make it look like he's trying to signal to kill you. And you just
a little
picture
less
the bartender like, oh my god, I'm gonna die.
That's a little less funny.
Tell my wife I love her.
I won't do that then. So
Your choice. I'm not going to tell your character what to do.
You know, I'm wacky, but just not quite that wacky.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
So, cards on the table.
Cards on the table. Shoot.
People call me John Smith, and you could say I'm part of the Cult of Ecstasy.
I'm not sure what that means, but I can say that.
That's my special type of magic. Magi.
Is that like a house? Like.
Yep. Well, there are 9 types of magi that are not trying to like worship a demon or blow your soul into jelly or put you into a room and convert you forcibly to their paradigm. Of those 9, I'm considered part of the Cult of Ecstasy.
This sounds great. I like the name.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me
more
too. Of this ecstasy.
We believe in transcendence. We believe in the idea that, hey, experience can open the mind. Not as a crutch, but as a development. Think of it as temporary performance enhancers of the mind. If you can open yourself to different concepts, good. If you need to do that every time, no.
Right.
No. You can take HGH after you've been in like a coma for 8 months, so that like you can actually rapidly develop muscles, so that when you're in physical therapy, you can walk around. It'll be massive pain, but you'll actually be able to move. You should not be using HGH to walk to the refrigerator because you're bored, or you want to impress your girlfriend. No.
Fair enough.
Horrible, horrible things will happen to you. We're also the tradition that is completely about consent. So we do not slip things into people's drinks. We do not like take tabs of acid and put it on people's like roof of mouths. Like everything we do, cards on the table, because anything else is just not cool.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Also, if you can't trust other people, what is the point of living?
That would be a kind of paranoid existence, I'm thinking.
Which is why we don't do that.
Well, I'm learning. I'm definitely haven't found many mages, but I'm definitely learning. This is interesting.
Yeah, well, a lot of them do not really keep their eyes open, ironically enough. They tend to hide in their cabals. I've only met maybe 10 or 12. I know there's more. There has to be more. There's no way there's this few running around in a city like this. There's too much
Maybe,
room. There's just too much room.
maybe they're furthering their nefarious goals.
See, that's what I always worry about, because the easiest way to mess up is to have anything nefarious. You should not have nefarious. You should not have nefarious tablecloths. You should not have nefarious plans. You should not have nefarious volcanic islands. You should not have nefarious moon bases. This should not be. These are bad ideas.
Agreed. Agreed. Hey, question. Does anything, may seem out of the blue, um,
I've done
but
that for you, so that's fine.
does anything weird happen on Halloween for you?
Compared to what?
Compared to Changeley's typically go batshit crazy. Does anything happen like that for like you?
For my tradition specifically, probably not.
Oh, okay. Okay. Mm, all right.
Do you need a spotter?
Well, I was just trying to figure this out because I'm trying to figure out if it's something that just resonates with me or my kind, or if it's maybe a thread that's connected with our kind and other non ordinary folks. Just trying to figure just thinking outside my head, processing.
Well, don't you guys have like a local leader or something?
We do. We do.
Okay then. I think like writing a formal letter to them going like, hey, can I get some help with this? Would probably be in order. Because you've got time. You've got time until like, Halloween shows up. It's only the 8th.
Yeah, if they were selfless leaders, it would be different. There's all kind of boons and rewards. Nothing. Always never something for nothing.
Announcing yourself as being a problem for them, saying, "Hey, I'm going to have this problem at this time, and I don't want to be a problem for you, but I have these problems." Is a great way for them to fix a problem without much effort or energy. Being that problem without telling them that problem is going to happen will always cause more problems. Because then they have to move around resources in a way to actually get to you. Figure out what your issue is, try to figure out if they can fix it, and then engage the plan.
Well, if you have to be logical about it.
I'm just looking at it like the way most people see it.
AKA outside your crazy fey brain. All right, I get it.
I never said you were crazy.
It's not normal in here. I own it. I got it.
Dude, I am not one of the banal. Do not worry.
Right. Man. Feels like I'm going to owe someone a big favor, though. I hate that.
You're not really asking for a favor. You're just telling them what a problem is ahead of time. If they,
True.
prevent the problem from happening, that's good leadership on their part, isn't it?
True. True. Yeah.
I mean, if they are in charge, they should be able to handle it if they know ahead of time, if they have the required resources to fix it. Like I said, it's a hell of a lot easier than going, that man is batshit crazy. I have no idea if this is a new development or not. Not sure what to do in this situation. I'm going to have to develop some kind of task force to go on a quest to figure out what the hell this is. Damn. I hope they can figure it out. Do the Lings have like a current problem that's diverting resources?
You could say that.
So, plague, war, or extinction?
The last two.
We've got an extinction war. That's weird.
Yeah.
Hey, Liz. Love you. No, come back. You already interrupted. You might as well go whole ass on it. Atta girl.
That's awesome.
You're in it to win it.
It's been brought in.
Yeah. He's a changeling. So, yep.
Do you have your avatar thingy?
It is a live scene. But I love you. So I'm sorry to hear about your extinction war. That sounds awful.
And final.
Yeah, it's your extinction?
Well, we don't know who's going to come out the loser, obviously, but no matter what side wins, we're both going to lose because we're killing off dreams. So we're
Jesus.
just making the world. We're just making the world more banal. So it's horrible.
On purpose? Really?
Yeah.
Why is this helping you guys? I gotta hear this.
Well, logically, if you ask the guy with the sword, what should we do when there's conflict, he's going to want to use the sword. That's what they do.
Yeah, but you stab other people in order to gain more resources. Like, this sounds like a scorched earth theory where, like, let's run the other way in a tactical retreat and burn everything we come across so they can't use anything, hopefully starving them out.
Our leaders aren't that bright.
That's not what I expect a guy with a sword to say. That's what I expect a guy with a car to say.
Could be intricacies of the situation that I'm unaware of.
Okay,
but...
fine. Look at it from my angle. I gotta ask. Like, that would be like my guys going like, "Oh yeah, we're just taking magic, cracking it open, and just letting it flow out into nothingness." Why? Because we're fighting people. Who?
Yeah.
You would think me a complete fucking imbecile if I said that, right?
Yeah. We like our wars, though.
Okay, like I
Mm,
just figured your wars involved fighting.
yeah, and we
I
like
didn't know it was
our.
just taking your stuff and just smashing it onto the ground.
If we can't have it, no one can.
But why don't you take the other people's stuff and smash that?
Well,
Is that not a thing?
it should be a thing. It go big or go home, right? It should be a thing. Should totally be a thing.
Well, yeah, like I'm gonna take my ball and I'm gonna go home and I'm going to burn down the basketball court. Like,
Well, yeah, it's horrible. We have home court advantage and we're not able to press that advantage. It's just a horrible situation.
I'm really sorry to hear that.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Um,
But
do you guys have any problems healing things?
uh, typically not. We do have sorcerers who are quite proficient in the healing arts, but you know, help of that nature is always welcomed.
I'm just saying, if you need something to be stitched back on in a way that doesn't cause you scar tissue, I'm your man. Wow, that conversation did not go very well. I thought you left. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, wow, that conversation did not go very well. Like you just left, like completely dissatisfied. Like this was a waste of my time. Slam the door. Just leave it recording. Wait for him to leave.
Done with you. You're
Yeah.
dead to me. Oh man. Now, well, our nobility can't have scars, so they would love non-scarring healing.
I
They're very
have the
pretty.
technology. Crush up a few pills, drink this, and you'll be surprised what can happen.
Oh, I'm gonna have to get your
Sniff is
number.
also an option, dear. You can also drink
I'm
it.
gonna give you.
Osmosis, not so much. Osmosis is mostly for single cell organisms, really. Multi-cell things generally don't do that. With my knowledge of the old ways, I would not recommend any type of jellies. Jellies give like very bad memories. I'm gonna move on from that actually. I have yet to use a suppository in game, but we are in the middle of recording. I have not seen anyone use a suppository, but
Wow.
if the Hermetics were to start developing suppositories for themselves, you're right, I would not be surprised. Absolutely.
That will take care of a
Could
bunch of
not happen
problems.
to a nicer person.
That's awesome.
Some people have paradigms. Some people want to be the only paradigm. It's just like, yeah. Sharing is caring, guys. Sharing is caring.
Geez, right.
Yep.
Do you have a card of some type so I could contact you?
Um, I break out a pen. I just start writing on your arm.
Snap. Oh.
Yeah, this is happening.
Oh, I'm all about this happening.
hmm I write down John Smith. I write down my number. I write down my email.
Perfect.
If this person is hurt, please contact.
He will pull out his phone and he'll immediately put the number into his phone just in
Yeah, it's
case he
on
loses
Sharpie,
it.
so that's going to be there for a while.
Okay, good.
Yeah. I won't have to deal with, oh, I sweat. I lost all the information. Nah, fuck that noise.
Nope, and he is totally cool with that.
So,
This was good.
I'm feeling pretty good. Like, I think this is a good moment to call it to a close.
Yeah, this was good. I have your number. I could contact you. Let me pick this up. Let me take care of this. Oh wait, you already paid, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. We need to pay for the bottle service.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, he'll take care of that. All right, and I think that will bring our scene to a close.
Great.
Thank you, everybody, for watching wherever you are.
Mm-hmm.
Have a good night, good day, wherever.